Hi everyone, a warm welcome. Myself B2 Lambi with the Academy of Science and Technology. This is the third video of evaluation of real integrals by residue theorem. Before watching this video, you have to watch the previous two videos. In this video, I am going to integrate a few problems in type 1, that is integral 0 to 2 pi f of sin theta cos theta d theta.
I would like to evaluate one more university question. It is integral 0 to pi d theta by 17 minus 8 cos theta. See, here the upper limit is only pi. But in this time you have to notice that the integral must be from 0 to 2 pi. Here only 0 to pi. So in such questions, first you have to make the integral as 0 to 2 pi. Because finally we evaluate the given integral by residue theorem. So finally after substitutions you can see the given integral becomes integral over c f is a dz. You can evaluate this integral by residue theorem only if c is a closed curve. If c is not closed, you can't apply residue theorem. See, our c is mod z equal to 1, that is the unit circle. If the variation is 0 to pi, then the variation of z will be along the semicircle. If it is 0 to 2 pi, it will be the unicomplete circle. Otherwise, it will be a semicircle. And the semicircle is not closed, so you can't apply the residue theorem. That's why we have to make the given integral in the form integral 0 to 2 pi. Then proceed. So for converting integral 0 to 2 pi, if we evaluate this integral 0 to 2 pi, then you take its half times. So this integral 0 to 2 pi becomes, integral 0 to pi becomes half into integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 17 minus 8 cos theta. So the given integral is equivalent to this integral. So next we have to evaluate this integral. So for convenience, we make some notations that I will be given integral. We have to find the value of I. Now I is given by this integral, that is equation number 1. Next we evaluate this integral, then take its half times, that will give the required answer. So our aim is to evaluate this integral. So you make the common substitutions and you can see integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 17 minus 8 cos theta is integral over c dz by iz whole divided by 17 minus 8 into cos theta is z plus 1 by z by 2. Next you make the simplifications. Here I am taking LCM 2 here. So there is no need of taking 2 LCM because 2 will cancel with this 8. So it will become 4. So there is no need of taking 2 LCM. Next, I wish to take LCM as z. So 17 is z minus 4 is z square minus 4. The whole divided by z. This z will goes to the numerator. That is integral over c is the dz by iz by minus 4 is z square plus 17 is z minus 4. So we will cancel each other. We take the constant outside. It is 1 by I integral over c dz whole divided by. We wish to start with the positive term. So you take a negative sign outside. It will become 4 z square minus 17 z plus 4. And you can notice 1 by I is minus I. So it will become I. Okay, it will become I. So integral becomes I into integral over c dz by 4 z square minus 17 z plus 4. It is in the form I into integral over c f z dz. Here f z is, what is f z? F z is 1 by 4 z square minus 17 z plus 4. This is equation number 2. So our equation number 2 is integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 17 minus 8 cos theta is equal to theta is equal equal to I into integral over C f z dz. So for getting this integral, you have to evaluate integral over C f z dz. You can evaluate integral over C f z dz by residue theorem. So before that, you have to find the singularities which lies within C. Singularities of f z are given by 4z square minus 17z plus 4 equal to 0. You can solve it by your calculator. And you can see the singularities are 4 and 1 by 4. Here, which one is inside of C? C is our unit circle. So 4 will be outside and 1 by 4 will be inside. So by residue theorem, integral over C f z dz is 2 pi I into R1. It is equation number 3. Next, we have to evaluate R1. R1 is a residue of f at 1 by 4. That is limit z tends to 1 by 4, z minus 1 by 4 into fz. Fz is this, and its factorization will be 1 by z minus 4 into z minus 1 by 4. Here the coefficient of z square is 4, so we have to put a 4 here. So its factorization is 4 into z minus 4 into z minus 1 by 4. This will cancel each other, and you put z equal to 1 by 4. That is 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 minus 4. That is 1 by 4 into, you take 4 is here, it is minus 15 by 4. So it is minus 1 by 15. So residue is minus 1 by 15. You put this R in equation number 3. That is 2 pi I into minus 1 by 15. It is minus 2i pi by 15. Next you put this value in equation number 2. So integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 17 minus 8 cos theta is equal to I into minus 2i pi by 15. I square is minus 1, so numerator will become 2 pi by 15. Next you put in equation number 1. In equation number 1, you put its value. Its value is 2 pi by 15. That is pi by 15. So the answer of the given integral is pi by 15. See this question. Integral is from 0 to 2 pi. In such questions, you have to convert it by half into integral 0 to 2 pi. See in this section, we evaluated the real integrals of the form integral 0 to 2 pi f of sin theta d theta. And the method is, you write the common portion, that is you put z equal to e raised to I theta, then you convert sin theta and cos theta in terms of z. You put these values, d theta, cos theta, sin theta, etc. in the given function. Then you make a simplification and you convert the given integral of the form integral over c f z dz. Next you evaluate by residue theorem. So this is the method. Next we have to evaluate one more integral. It is integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 5 minus 3 cos theta the whole square. As I mentioned earlier, don't expand here. So for that, instead of that, you consider it as a double pole. Say here are substitutions. Z equal to e raised by theta, then you can say d theta is dz by iz, and cos theta is z plus 1 by z by 2. So the integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 5 minus 3 cos theta the whole square becomes integral dz by iz the whole divided by 5 minus 3 into z plus 1 by z by 2 the whole square. Integral over c. For the simplification, here you take 2 LCM. When you take 2 LCM, you can see that will goes to the numerator. Here there is an outside square, so 2 square will go to the numerator, that is 4. And it is 10 minus 3 into z plus 1 by z the whole square. Next you take 4 by I dz by z whole divided by 10z minus 3 into z square plus 1 the whole square by z square, and this z square will goes to the numerator. It is 4 by I integral over c z square dz by z whole divided by 10z minus 3z square minus 3 the whole square. It is 4 by I integral over c z dz by minus 3z square plus 10z minus 3 the whole square. It is 4 by I integral over c z dz by 3z square minus 10z plus 3 the whole square. Now see, this is in the form integral over c f(z) dz. Here f(z) is z by 3z square minus 10z plus 3 the whole square. So we have given integral is 4 by I integral over c f(z) dz. Here f(z) is z by 3z square minus 10z plus 3 the whole square. Here you can apply residue theorem. For applying residue theorem, you have to find the singularities of f which lies within C. By solving this equation, you can see its singularities are 3 and 1 by 3. Both are wholes of order 2. Here our C is mod z equal to 1, so 1 by 3 is inside of C. So by residue theorem, integral over c f(z) dz is 2 pi I into R1. That is equation number 2. R1 is residue of f at 1 by 3. And it is, see, it is a double pole. So you apply the equation for double pole. It is limit z tends to 1 by 3. First derivative of z minus 1 by 3 the whole square into f(z). You give the factorization of f(z). See this, limit z tends to 1 by 3. First derivative of z minus 1 by 3 the whole square into f(z) is z by z minus 1 by 3 the whole square into z minus 3 the whole square. So it becomes this raised to 2 and z minus 3 raised to 2. And again here we have the coefficient 9 outside. So we have to put 9 here. Most of the students make a small mistake here. You have to put it 9. So it is limit z tends to 1 by 3 d by dz of z by, you can take the constant 1 by 9 outside. Z minus 3 the whole square. You take its derivative and put z equal to 1 by 3. See, it is a quotient, so you apply the quotient rule. Quotient rule for differentiation is u by v. Its derivative is v square upon the denominator into derivative of the numerator minus numerator into derivative of the denominator. It is 1 by 9. Limit z tends to 1 by 3. Its derivative is z minus 3 the whole raised to 4, z minus 3 square into 1 minus z into 2 into z minus 3. 1 by 9. Limit z tends to 1 by 3. See here you can see and z minus 3 in the numerator common. You take it outside. So it will cancel with this raised to 4. So z minus 3 minus 2z by z minus 3 the whole cube. It is 1 by 9. Limit z tends to 1 by 3 minus 3 minus z by z minus 3 the whole cube. That is minus 1 by 9. Limit z tends to 1 by 3. 3 plus z by z minus 3 the whole cube. Next you put z equal to 1 by 3. So it is minus 1 by 9. 3 plus 1 by 3 divided by 1 by 3 minus 3 the whole cube. that is minus 1 by 9 into the numerator you take 3 LCM, so 10 by 3 the whole divided by, here you take 3 LCM, so 1 minus 9 by 3 the whole cube, that is, here not necessary for writing all the steps, you can directly give its value in fraction form, not in decimal form. Minus 1 by 9, 10 by 3 into 3 cube by minus 8 cube. So it is 10 by 8 cube. So residue is 10 by 8 cube. You put in equation number 2. Integral over C f is the dz is 2 pi I into 10 by 8 cube. That is 20 I pi by 8 cube. Next you put in equation number 1. We have integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 5 minus 3 cos theta the whole square is 4 by I into 20 I pi by 8 cube, and it is, you can see it is 5 pi by 32. So this is the answer of the given